After sitting out, Curtis Jones mentioned how he's looking forward to finally playing again. How excited are you to see him on the court in Europe?
Yeah, he's one of the guys that I'm really excited, obviously, of the returners to see in action. And I think it's good for him, especially considering he won't be able to play the first half of the year, to see how he'll fit in once we have that time to kind of infiltrate him back into our program in late December. So he'll have some opportunities to show and get a feel for what his role will be, and I think he'll bring a lot of really good things to our team.
What kind of growth have you seen in him through these practices?
Well, first of all, you just see his level of maturity. This is usually the stage between your sophomore and junior year in college where you see a big jump in guys understanding how to contribute, getting away from some of the things that they learned before and really buying into the culture and the things that we're doing here. So that, along with him being a great kid and teammate, is something that we're really excited about. And his basketball ability speaks for itself. He's a great athlete, and he can really shoot the basketball.
Michael Weathers talked about how he didn't sleep last night. He's trying to adjust to the time change. Are you doing anything to adjust to that?
Of course, Michael Weathers would say he's trying to adjust to time change 7 hours ahead, 3 days before you leave. Only he could come up with something like that. I don't even know what to say to that.
So many new guys around the program, especially younger guys. How important is the practices and then the scripts for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been touched on. This is probably the most important thing we'll do with this team this year is have this 8 weeks of just being together and really gelling. And then the trip, there'll obviously be limited access to the things that they do all the time, Fortnite and Twitter and all that stuff, right? So they'll have to talk to each other and really get to know one another. And it'll be great for our staff as well and learn how they all operate with one another. And really, once we play the games, those guys figure out how to play well.
What was it like practicing in front of the fans tonight?
I mean, it was great. I mean, when we talked about doing it, obviously I'm pretty open to stuff like that. Never know what to expect, but I thought we had a pretty good turnout for 5 o'clock practice on a Wednesday. But I think this shows that people are really excited about basketball around here again, and that's really positive. Something that we're looking forward to building on.
It seems like the fans started applauding the effort there when they're running lines. It's nice to see the support there.
Yeah, and it's one thing I'd certainly emphasize to our players at the end of practice, because I honestly didn't think we were great today. I thought we have had better practices from an execution and focus standpoint. But letting our players understand that our fans appreciate effort almost over anything. Obviously, they want us to win. Want us to have success, and that's probably part of the reason why they've embraced some of the things that we've done in this last year, is because it's really the only way I know how to have success. I wasn't that talented, still am not, so I got to work really hard to try to at least be equal with other people.
How much do you plan to use these games to experiment with lineups, see who kind of plays well together?
Yeah, that'll be probably the biggest thing for me with regards to the game. I've kind of mentioned it to the older guys. Those guys like Lindy and Thomas and Cam, they probably won't play a ton. I mean, they'll play every game. I don't know who will start and all that stuff, but I know what they're going to bring. I need to see your Contravious and Lowe and Duncan and Ice and how game things work with them, how they respond to bad call or not playing well. And so we'll tinker a lot with different combinations, and we'll give a really, really strong look to a lot of the new guys.
Kind of take me through that drill where they have to take a charge, then dive on the floor. It seems like you're having some fun with your there.
Yeah, well, part of it is just the execution of the action itself, right? Multiple efforts. You come over to take a charge. Sometimes the official may or may not call it. You got to get up and be ready to play the next play. You've got a 3-second rule, unless you're really injured and the trainer has to come out. If you're on the court, on the floor for more than 3 seconds, then that's a problem. So try to encourage that diving on the floor for these balls is really important. But you could tell at the end, Yor just kind of wanted to give in. He was ready for it to be over, and that's the worst thing for me to see, because I'm going to continue to push the envelope and see if he can dig a little bit deeper to give us a little bit more effort.
Is it fun for you to be part of the drills like that in that fashion?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, again, those are the type of things that I made a living on as a player. Wasn't ever the most talented or athletic guy, but those type of effort plays gave me a chance to have success when I was a player. So got a great appreciation for those type of things.
You mentioned Fortnite earlier, but the kids are playing. Have you been invited to any games?
No, I haven't. It's probably a good thing, because I'm really competitive, and I don't know if I want to mix those two things. I don't play video games with them. It's the reason I don't do Snapchat or Instagram or anything. I just try to let them be in their world. I sound like an old man sometimes when I don't know what's going on. But I probably at least need to have some knowledge, because every kid that I talk to in terms of recruiting it's one of the first things they go to is I'm playing Fortnite with my buddies online and talk about kills and I'm the best ever and this guy, what's this guy's name? Who's the best guy?
Ninja.
Is that his name? It's like people pay to watch him play. That's a video game. They pay people like this guy makes a living playing a video game. Like
Nice living too.
really good. Good for him. What a world we live in.
So what are you, I know we've asked some of the players about it, but what are you most looking forward to about seeing him besides the basketball?
You know what? Just really just giving these guys an opportunity to get away and experience life. You know, and like whoever hadn't been on a plane, this is going to be a long trip. He's going to be on a plane for a long time, going and coming. But just to see things in another country, going to the Vatican will be something that's pretty sacred. It's something to give these guys an experience outside of basketball that hopefully they never forget. And they'll always remember their experience at Oklahoma State, partly because we were doing things like this.
Do you have any, Thomas has mentioned his mythical interest. Do you have anything like that when it comes to history and stuff there?
No, I mean, I read a lot, and so I'm interested to go over there and learn a little bit more about the culture and some of that stuff, but I don't have any specific thing to look for. I'm really just excited to be around the guys, away from here, not nothing against anybody here, but, kind of in a different setting, and really see them relax and enjoy themselves. But obviously there's a basketball component of this that we'll try to use to learn about our team.
11 hours is a long flight. Do you have any good books picked out for the flight?
Yeah, so I actually I'm glad they just came yesterday. Got 2 books, Bob Goff's 2 books, Love, Does, and I can't remember the other one. And I got about $4 or $5 that I'll be chipping away at on this trip.